James Marshall is another Thatcher. It's 32. We're going to go to the beach. And Rachel's in the laundry in Sulcombe. It's great for drying coats. Won't be any good for me. I won't last any longer. Listen, thank you all very much. Have a lovely afternoon listening to Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and 88 to 91 FM. OJ's next.
BBC News at 2 o'clock. This is Catherine Cracknell. Conservative MPs are preparing to elect a new executive for the 1922 committee of Tory backbenchers this afternoon, which is expected to immediately finalise the rules and timetable for the leadership contest to replace Boris Johnson. The process is due to be announced this evening, but some senior Tory backbenchers are hoping to whittle the candidates down to 2 by next week when Parliament breaks for summer recess. Nusrat Ghani is one of the vice chairs of the 1922 committee and agrees the process should be as quick as possible.
My personal position would be, having heard from colleagues, is that we need to make sure that we start the leadership election as soon as we can. I would hope that nominations can open pretty sharpish and we can have the first round of balloting in a few days' time. We've got some superb candidates standing, but we just need to get through the first round and start thinning candidates out.
Boris Johnson's refused to give his backing to any candidate vying to replace him. He said he wouldn't want to damage anybody's chances by offering his support. The former Formula One boss, Bernie Ecclestone, has been charged with fraud by false representation. The Crown Prosecution Service has said it's following what it's described as a complex and worldwide HMRC investigation into his overseas assets, which are believed to be worth more than £400 million. The Conservative MP, Jamie Wallis, has gone on trial in Cardiff, accused of driving offences related to a late-night car crash in November last year. Earlier this year, Mr Wallis came out as transgender. Harold Griffith reports from Cardiff.
Mr Wallis says he crashed his car into a lamppost on a country lane after swerving to avoid a cat. When people approached the vehicle to help, he started walking and then running away. Witnesses say he was wearing a black leather miniskirt, tights and high-heeled shoes. Earlier this year, Mr Wallis was the first MP to come out as transgender. He says that he left the scene as he feared for his safety and thought he would be attacked or killed. He denies the 4 charges against him.
Heathrow's asked airlines to remove 61 flights from today's schedule because more passengers were expected at Terminals 3 and 5 today than the airport can serve. The airport's working closely with airlines to get affected passengers rebooked onto other flights. Temperatures are forecast to hit 33 degrees in some parts of the country today. The advice is to stay indoors where you can and drink plenty of water. But not everyone is able to avoid the heat. Annette Dolan is the owner of Bath Aqua Glass, a glass-blowing studio. She says she's dreading the hot weather.
We are running our furnace at 1100 degrees, so it's very, very hot. We have fans. We have a main fan which takes the heat out. But on really hot days, we have to come off the hot floor and come into the cafe, and they have to have ice creams and sit next to a fan.
That's the BBC News at 2 minutes past 2.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds app.